All right. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to EXP Family Tree. If you're watching live in our workplace group, hello to you. Make sure that you go ahead and use the chat function there and I'll watch it. If you have any questions so we can answer from afar. But for those of you that are here live, welcome. Thanks for joining us. And if you're watching later on YouTube, hello to you as well. Today, I'm excited to talk about something a little bit different. Calvin Mergen, who is on the call with us and is going to be sharing about his program, CTE, also known as Commitment to Excellence. We've known each other for years, like probably 15 years almost, because that's when I started growing the office in Minnesota. Yes. And he started out with, a simple version of this and it grew into something that it is today. And my husband who has a team that does over 200 real estate transactions has been using Commitment to Excellence for years to track the business, the profitability, et cetera. I coach many agents and have coached many agents across the country who are using this, from solo agents to team leaders. I think, as I was mentioning before we started the call, it's really an important time to talk about this. We talk a lot about lead generation solutions, ways to get business, but at the same time, we need to be knowing what we're already doing, what our business already looks like, where are we getting our business from, what is our profitability, what are our sources, so that we can actually make good business decisions to move forward and actually grow the business. And in a changing market, I think it's more important to know your numbers and to know your business than ever before. So we're going to let Cal take it away. He's sharing his screen. He's going to talk a little bit about the program, and then we'll field some questions for you guys. And then, of course, if you're interested, we'll make sure we put his contact information in the chat box so you guys can reach out to him and his company after the fact. So welcome, Cal. It's great to see you again. If you want to give a little intro to you and your company to start off, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So like I said, like Cari said, we've known each other for 15 plus years, and this thing, the program is probably 12 years old, and it started out very, very basic, and it just kept snowballing from agents saying, hey, we really need a tool here and business-minded agents are the ones that really drove this, because they realize how important it is to, if you're building a business, a real estate business, knowing your numbers is the foundation to that. If I'm going to, because I think there's stats out there that say like 80 to 90% of agents fail within the first 5 years of being in the business. And a lot of the reason they do is they don't treat it as a business. They don't actually know their numbers. They don't know what's driving their business. They don't know how to make their business duplicatable and predictable. And that's kind of the idea of this. So if you're in the business and you're serious about it, knowing your numbers is extremely, extremely important. If you don't know these numbers, you truly don't know your business. And that's the idea behind this. And like I said, we didn't build this to sell to agents. We built this because agents demanded it. And they said, hey, we need this, we need this. And we've just kept evolving it over the years. And I'll kind of give you a little breakdown here. So the idea of our program is to really bring your numbers into a visual manner, because a lot of people will put them into Google Sheets and Google Docs, and the data sits there, but it doesn't really tell you a story. It doesn't give you the feedback that you need on your business. And that's kind of the idea of our system here. So right on your homepage, you've got all of your key numbers from active listings all the way down to pendings to closed. Tracks your cost of sales of your business. Where is my money going? What percentage of my business is going out to cost of sales, which would be splits to your brokerage, referral fees, team members. Where's my money going? You can also track your expenses in here as well, which is extremely important. So you can actually know what percentage of the money that you make do you keep. I guarantee if I asked a group of real estate agents, it'd probably be about 5 to 10% that would know that number. And that is an extremely important number, because it's not about production so much. It's about profitability, because you can't pay your bills with your production, you pay it with your profits. So knowing those numbers, and also being able to identify certain areas of your business that are not, why am I spending money in this area if it's not generating any business for me? So it'll do that for you as well. All of your KPIs are tracked for the current month. So what's going on this month? How many listings have I closed? 0. I've got 3 that are still going to close this month. So I can see this month right in front of me. I've closed 2 buyers. I've still got 6 left to close. My income so far this month is $3,300. I've got $4,500 slated to close, and then my volume and what's slated to close as well. So I can always see a snapshot of my current month and my entire year right on my homepage. And then I can have a visual of my entire year of my income. So I can see each month, how much revenue have I brought into the company. You can toggle this to profit as well. This is a toggle option. But the key to this system as well is a lot of people look at their business in the rear view mirror. We teach you to really focus at looking forward because we show you all of your projections. We show you what's coming up this month, next month, the following month, because we are in a different industry than most where we can't just sell something today and get paid. It takes 30, 40, 60, 90 days for some closings to happen. So if I put those contracts in, it'll tell me exactly how much is coming in red in my future months. So I can truly be proactive in my business versus reactive. The moment you start running your business reactively, which most people do, is when you're going to all of a sudden get smacked in the face because you're looking in the rearview mirror instead of looking forward and looking through the windshield. And that's what this allows you to do. And it also allows you to pull all of this up on your phone. So all of this can be one click away, all of your numbers, which are driving your business, your income, where's my business coming from, listings, buyers, referral. It breaks it all down for you. Your profitability shows you exactly where's your profit, your expenses, your cost of sales. So it shows you exactly what you're keeping right on your phone, all of your cash flow. So you can see all of your future months projections right on your phone, easy to understand and digest all of your KPIs. So if you want to track your lead generation activities, it'll track all of that for you from appointments, set, met, signed, all the way down to your closings. And you can toggle this to any, hey, this month, what's going on? What's happening this week, last month, this year? You can toggle those time frames. Jump through a couple of these just for time's sake. And here as a CEO, and just before I even get into this report, the only thing you're really doing in this system is entering in your contracts. So if you have a closing, you just put it in. It was $700,000 sale price, 3% commission. It calculates your commission. And then did I pay anybody out? Did I pay my brokerage? Did I pay a referral fee? Did I pay any team members? That's all you have to do. So it takes literally 30 seconds to put in a contract, and you're going to get this data in front of you. So this is an extremely powerful report here. This is we call it the CEO board. And what it'll show you is each month of the year, your units, volume, GCI, cost of sales, your net GCI after cost of sales, your expenses, and your actual profitability. And what it does is you can see we're in the month of April. So that's why it's highlighted in black. Our months that we've closed out are highlighted in a teal green color. And then all of our forecasted are in this light gray, letting you know, hey, those are just projections based off of your contracts. They're not guaranteed that you're going to have that money because there's obviously going to be fall through. But you can see, all right, what does May look like? What does my profit look like for those months as well? Not just my volume, my GCI. Yeah, those are great numbers to know, but profitability is the key to being sustainable. And that's, again, one of those reasons why 90% of agents fail within 5 years is they're focusing on production and the money's going out just as fast as it's coming in. And when a shift in the market happens, that puts them out of business because now they don't have anything, they don't have the revenue coming in and they didn't have any profit margins. Mm-hmm. And this you can pull up on your phone as well. So you can, any month, you can look at and see what's going on, units, volume, GCI, right there in front of you on your phone. And then if you're running a team, this is a report you can pull up, and it allows you to toggle your organization and a team member. So if you're sitting down with a one-on-one with one of your agents on your team, you can pull them up and it's going to show you their production from closed and their projections. And I can see each month of the year what they did. Right here, I'm looking at the entire organization. So we've got 213 closed units, listings and buyers, and then each month of the year. So I can see the trend in my business. So are things going up? Are they going down? Volume, GCI, combined close plus your projections, and then all of your projected closings as well. So I can see what those future months look like. It'll give you all of your KPIs as well. So from appointments, listings, set, met, signed, buyer appointments, set, met, signed, with all of your conversion rates. So you can see 59 appointments set, 32 appointments held, gives me a 52% or 54% conversion rate. So it'll track all of those as well, which are extremely important to know your conversion rates, because you can spot weaknesses in your business real quick that can drive profitability if you can get better at, like if we're at 54%, we're spending a lot of money on lead generating and we're getting the appointments, but we're only converting 50% of them. What are we doing wrong? How do we get that to 70 to 80 to 90%? And then all of a sudden our capture rate goes way up. But if you don't know those numbers, then it's hard to go in and fix something that you don't know is a problem. It'll also show you your average listing sale price and commission percentage, and same with your buyers as well. So knowing those numbers is key, because if those start to dip, then you may have to do more units, because it'll show you throughout the year your average sale price as well. So in these shifting markets, we definitely want to know our average sale price, our average commission, and our actual average commission percentage. Am I discounting myself? Am I giving away commission dollars because I'm lowering my commission rates? It's going to tell you that. So all of that data, and again, I can't preface it enough, these things just generate from you putting in that contract information. It automatically kicks these out. So you have this data in front of you, and you're truly running your business like a true CEO runs a Fortune 500 company or any business. You need to know this information. We'll also show you your top lead sources. So like Cari had talked about, knowing what's driving your business. So it's going to give you a quick snapshot of your top lead sources. So 50 past clients, Zillow is 43 of my closings. My Sphere is providing 40. We also have a very detailed report on your lead sources. It'll show you how much dollars are coming in, which I'll show you as well. But this just gives you a nice little snapshot of your lead sources, because when you're running a business, you need to know what to go back to, what sources are working. Hey, our Sphere is doing great. Let's keep hammering our Sphere and our lead generation and tap into those referrals. And you can put in any lead source you want. They're all customizable, so you can put in any different lead source that you want to track inside of your business. Closed units, we track over your previous year as well. So how are we doing closed units this year versus last year? In the pink is this year, and then that light gray bar is what we did last year. So I can see if our business is up or down versus our previous year real quick in units, income, and volume. Then we have basically a virtual whiteboard. So you can put these things up on a TV monitor as well. But what this does is shows you all of your newest listings, all of your upcoming closings, and all of your recent closings in one spot. So you can put it up on a board and have that data so you guys can see what's going on inside of your business. Because any of these reports that we're showing can be cast to a TV as well. Key trends. So we're looking at average listing sale price, buyer sale price, showing this year versus last year as well. So this is another great report. Take, a Saturday, hey, let me just sit down and look at my business and see, hey, how are we doing this year versus last year in our average sale price, our commission? Are we up? Are we down? And it shows it each month in these key areas. So from buyer to listing, same with your average buyer commission and your average listing commission and so forth. If you've been using the system for many years, you'll also be able to see multi-year trends. So you can see your business in a 5-year snapshot and see if it's going up, down, how has it trended throughout the years? What did we do? This is showing 2017, 18, 19. Then we jumped way up in 2020, and we're way ahead of pace for 2000. And this is just showing 2021. So this is an older screenshot, but gives you the idea of what it's going to do for your business. So you guys can see if your numbers are going up year over year in a 5-year snapshot. If you're running a team and you want to do leaderboards and put stuff up on a TV, or just for your own knowledge, who's doing what on my team, closed volume, you can customize any of these categories to what you want to see inside of your business. So everything is customizable. So you can put up on a report what you want to see. So we give you that capability as well. So you can change any of those leaderboards and the time frame. So I'm looking at the year. I could look at a particular month, who had the most closed volume if you're doing awards or anything like that. We do get a little detailed. This is individual agent scorecards. So it kind of shows you their closed income, what do they have pending, their goal, and shows you their gap. So how far they are away from hitting their financial goals for the year, and shows the trends for them as well. Shows you their lead sources, where's their business coming from, so I can look at individual agents, especially for one-on-one coaching. Great information to have. All of their conversion rates are tracked as well inside of that report. You can do contests. So if you want to run contests and set them up, you can customize them. You can do multi-channel contests. You can do anything you want. So this one's looking at listing appointments held, and we can set it for this year, this week, any time frame that you want. So if you're running a team, that is a huge little motivator to put up on a TV, because you want to get the most out of somebody, do something competitive, and you'll find that you're able to boost production doing that. Lead sources. And like I said, now we're going to get into some detailed numbers on your lead sources, but it really breaks your business down. So again, it shows your top lead sources. Now it breaks down, what are my top listing lead sources and what are my top buyer lead sources? So I can actually see that data separated out. And then I can also get into the details. So there's the units. I can see how much GCI I got brought in from that lead source. My net ROI. So after I paid out referral fees, team members, what have I actually netted on that? How much volume has it brought in? It'll also show you, what do I currently have pending with this lead source, which is nice to know that, okay, this is my top lead source, but if this showed 0, which basically is saying, hey, that it's worked prior, but all of a sudden we're not generating anything from that. Did we take our eye off of that lead source? What's going on? Why don't we have anything pending or active with that lead source anymore, since it's our top lead source? So it allows you to see that data. Even shows you average commission from that lead source, average sale price from that lead source. So extremely powerful information right there at your fingertips. And then we've got a full financial statement inside of the system. So it automatically generates your financial statement for you, lead gen, KPI tracking, transaction checklists. We've got visual sold boards, contests, which I did cover. The team members have the capability to log in and see just their data, so they can see what's going on inside of their business. The year over year, I did cover that, customize the reports, custom leaderboards, and we do track all of your vendor tracking as well. So that's just a quick little rundown. I don't know if I went over my time limit, but hopefully that made a little sense. And if you want to jump in, Cari, I don't have anything left on this.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you that are on the call, if you can, I don't know where you all are, but if you can unmute, ask any questions. If you're a solo agent, if you have a team, this would be the time to just ask questions. It's interesting because I get overwhelmed, as you know, and we've talked about this before, Cal, looking at numbers or looking at some of these graphs. It's like, wow, it looks like so much information. The fascinating part about this is that your transaction coordinator, or you, if you do this, literally can just enter in your transactions with a couple extra things and it populates these reports for you. Like the accuracy of this, of course, is the accuracy of what you're putting in, but you're putting in transactions that you're doing, and it just becomes part of the checklist of your transactions and your listings, right? It just becomes part of that process. And then all of a sudden you have this robust system that you can actually look through. But you put in what your monthly expenses on average are, and it will calculate your profitability. Most people have no idea. Like, you could look ahead 2 months into closings. If you have a couple of agents, even if you want to put in agents that, if you're a non-traditional team here at EXP and you're just doing referral fees, if you're managing, or, referrals on those things that you give them, if you're managing that transaction process, you can add those in and it will calculate, what you're going to be bringing in those splits even. And so that you can look at that. I know some of you buy leads and you refer that business out. How do you know, like, if this is worth it, and if people are converting at a certain level, and if you're making a profitability, if it's worth, the work? You can kind of know if people are closing some deals, but you don't know the actual data.
Yeah, people go by feel a lot, and feel is not always accurate, but
So any questions, you guys, that you might have? Let me take a look and see if we've got anybody that have chatted any questions in our live stream, because we've got a lot of people watching live. And if you are watching live and you're not on Zoom, remember, you can post your comments or questions underneath the live stream and I can see those. So please do that if you have any. How many of you are using some sort of system to track your business currently, out of curiosity? With a raise of either virtual hand or real hand, if we can see you. I always laugh. Okay, Matthew is awesome. Paula, are you tracking any way, shape, or form? No, but you should, because man, you do a lot of transactions. I would be interested to see if, Marcus, do you use something to track your business or your team's business by any chance? Just curious. Because you're doing a lot of transactions as well. Angie, did you guys use Commitment to Excellence when you had the team? I feel like you might have. I see a lot of people are unable maybe to where they are, they can't talk. Chat in the chat box if you guys can't talk as well. So Cal, what would you say are some of the, just because we have a couple minutes here, we usually, you know, we have 30 minutes and we're a couple minutes left. Are there any specific things that you've been hearing, because you've been doing this for a long time and you've worked with a lot of agents? Are there specific things that people are like, oh my gosh, this really brought more clarity, or maybe like testimonials or success stories or some things that maybe aren't as obvious to us here that you are noticing from people using this?
Yeah, actually, one thing that I've noticed, just because we had kind of that craziness with the COVID timeframe when business obviously halted for a little bit there, but then all of a sudden it just went off. Like it was crazy. People got away from doing their daily activity tracking because they were so busy with, I mean, because business was just coming in. And so it was, and when business is so good, people tend not to track because, hey, it's great. Why do I need to track anything? Let's just keep going.
Right.
And as things have shifted, and now people are getting back to what they were doing before and getting back to the basics, tracking that lead generation, those activities. What am I doing on a daily basis? Am I doing my lead generation? That has become much more prominent again because that did fall off. Because there's such huge lead measures that if we're not doing the appointments, then obviously we're not going to have the contract. So versus how a lag measure, it gives you something that is very telling of what our future business is going to look like. And really, people have really dove into the financials and that tracking that and the profitability now, because things have shifted a little bit. It's like, okay, I really need to hone in on my expenses. I need to hone in my lead sources and what's working in my business. So those two things have definitely been much more prominent since kind of the shift here in the last year.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's easy to just chase the transactions when they're readily available, but when we have to get a little bit more specific and we have to actually manage our time and be like, okay, what are we spending our time most on? Because this is what's getting us the result. Then that's a little bit of a different story. And we are moving more into that time, which you and I, Cal, have both been in that sort of a market before. And this sort of tracking mechanism has been very important in those times.
Yes, it is very true. When shifts happen, it's like, okay, now I need to really track this stuff. What can I use? What systems are out there? And we've noticed definitely, which is interesting because the market has in some areas shifted down a little bit. Our business has gone up because people are like, I need to track this information. It becomes more important. And if you're business minded and business focus, you know how important this is, because this is a lot of the times the last thing real estate agents want to do is look at the numbers and know the data, but it's the most important thing. Any of those top real estate agents didn't get there by not tracking their data.
Yeah. And I would say, you guys, we've been talking about tracking and motivating our, even our own revenue share people. So if you as an individual leader want to go ahead and, you know, use a system like this, you can actually use that app for your agents, even if it's not in a traditional sense. And you can help them by plugging them into this and showing them their own business and creating some of that competitive edge and getting excited about, you know, who's in the lead and how can we have some fun with this? Because when we're having to do those activities, making it a little bit more fun and competitive, at least for a lot of salespeople and entrepreneurs, that is a good technique from a leadership perspective. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this. Cal has a Facebook group, and I believe that group is for when you are a member of CT. Is that right?
You can just go on there and get it. It's just going to be CTE. If you type in CTE on Facebook, it should pop right up.
Perfect.
So yeah, easy to get in there, virtually approve everybody, unless it's something like we get some weird people that sign up. I'm like, this looks a little fishy.
That's never avoidable.
Yeah, this looks a little fishy. So as long as you don't look fishy, you're going to get in.
That's right. So CTE on Facebook, just Google or just search it. You should find it and go ahead and ask to join. I am going to, be sending this out. Angie said, yes, she's going to be sending this out to some agents that need it. I agree. If those agents partnered with us, we absolutely should be forwarding this on to. Cal, what's the best email to have them reach out to you or somebody else if they want to talk a little bit about this, get a free demo, et cetera?
I should put that right on here. So two things. My email is just going to be Calvin, CALVIN at ctebiz.com. Email me to get any questions or anything like that. You can just jump toward the website, which is ctebiz.com. You can join the Facebook from there. You can set up a demo. You can check out all the features. You can watch some videos we have on there. Virtually everything is going to be right at ctebiz.com. You can contact us from there. Everything's, and the other thing too that we do offer too is 30 days free. So if you say, hey, this actually looks pretty cool, there's no contract. We have no contracts where a lot of people will make you sign a year contract. There's nothing. If you try it for 20 of the 30 days and you say, you know what, it's just not working for me, no problem. We probably should ask why not, but we don't. We just, okay, if it didn't work for you, that's our fault. We'll work on getting better and we'll go from there. So it's 30 days free, no questions asked. And then for a team, it's $39 a month, or an individual, it's $19 a month.
And you guys, you can't even just knowing your numbers is going to make you $20 more a month. I can guarantee it, because you're just going to make a small adjustment in your profitability or your expenses or your lead sources or your focus, because you now have stuff in front of you that can help you make those decisions, where when you aren't looking at something, you don't have your mind focused on it. When you are focusing on it, it expands. We all know that. So, a lot of these financial tools or tracking tools are really complex. And what I found is, CTE, it can be super complex, but it can really be as simple as you want it to be. Yeah, it can be very easy too, but still have a lot of insights. And that's what I love about it. And so if you're a team and you've got an admin that really wants to nail this down, great. If you're a solo agent selling a lot of real estate, this isn't going to add a lot of work to your plate, but it might actually help you make better decisions with your time and your business as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. I put all of that right here in the chat for you guys. I also put it underneath the live stream in EXP Family Tree. I've had some people comment saying they're so excited because one person said she had this years ago and then moved over to EXP and kind of lost track of it. So she's excited to get back into it. So she'll probably be reaching out to you, Cal, which is cool. So we do have a number of people watching. Thanks for watching live. Cal, I'll send you the recording of this as well in case you want to do anything with it. You guys, please watch for this out of my YouTube channel within the next 24 hours. And of course, you can watch this anytime or send people to it, tag people in this post in our workplace group, because it will remain live streamed here forever. So Cal, thanks for coming and sharing. I really do love this product. I think it's going to help a lot of people. Looks like Paula was going to be reaching out to you as well. This is something that I'm pretty passionate about, and I'm excited that we finally got you on the call today. It's a great program and it's going to help a lot of people. So thanks for taking the time out.
You bet. Thank you, Cari.
You're welcome. Thanks everybody. I'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.